She mocked me for caring for my mom with Alzheimer's, then posted a viral TikTok calling me #pathetic. So I told her we're done and walked away. Now she's lost everything while I found real love. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I never thought I'd be writing this, but after everything that's happened, I need to get this off my chest. This story starts 3 years ago when my dad died suddenly of a heart attack. My mom Sarah was 53, still working as a nurse, and seemed to be handling things okay. But about a year later, small things started happening. She'd forget appointments, repeat stories, lose her keys constantly. We all figured it was grief and stress. Then came the diagnosis: early-stage Alzheimer's disease. My brother Tom lives in Seattle with his own family, so the day-to-day care fell to me. I didn't mind. Mom had spent 28 years taking care of me, and I work as an EMT, so I understood medical situations better than most people. What started as weekly check-ins became daily phone calls, then weekend visits, then me basically managing her entire life while she could still live independently. That's where Brittany comes in. I met Brittany 8 months before everything blew up. She worked part-time at some boutique downtown and spent most of her energy building her Instagram following. She had about 12,000 followers and was always talking about growing her brand and becoming a full-time influencer. I thought it was harmless. Everyone has dreams, right? At first, she seemed understanding about my mom's situation. When I'd have to cancel dates or leave early because mom called confused, Brittany would nod sympathetically and say things like, "Family first, I get it." But I started noticing the eye rolls, the heavy sighs, the way she'd tap her phone impatiently when I was on calls with mom. The breaking point should have been her birthday dinner in March. I'd made reservations at this expensive steakhouse she'd been wanting to try, invited her friends, the whole thing. We were just getting our appetizers when my phone rang. Mom's number. Jake. Her voice was shaky, scared. "There are people in my house. Strange people. I called 911, but they're not here yet." My blood went cold. "Mom, where are you right now?" "I'm in the bedroom with the door locked. I can hear them downstairs." I was already standing up, grabbing my jacket. "I'm coming right now. Stay on the phone with me." Brittany grabbed my arm. "Jake, it's my birthday. Can't your brother handle this?" "My brother lives in Seattle," I said, not breaking stride. "I have to go, but we just ordered." Her voice was getting loud enough that other diners were looking. "This is so embarrassing." I kissed her forehead quickly. "I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you, I promise." When I got to Mom's house, the police were already there. Turns out she'd been hearing the neighbor's TV through the walls and, in her confusion, thought strangers had broken in. The officers were kind, but I could see the look, the one that says, "This is going to get worse." Brittany didn't speak to me for 3 days after that. "I understand she's sick," she finally said when she came over that weekend. "But you're not her husband, Jake. You're supposed to be building a life with me." "She took care of me for 28 years, I replied. "I can handle a few years taking care of her." "A few years?" Brittany's voice went up an octave. "Jake, this could be decades. What about our future? What about kids? What about traveling?" I should have seen the red flags then, but I was too tired to fight. Between working 12-hour shifts as an EMT and managing mom's care, I was running on empty. I started hiding things from Brittany, not telling her about the bad days, the times mom forgot who I was, the moments when I'd sit in my car after visiting her and just cry. The Sunday that ruined everything was in early May. I'd been trying to get Brittany more involved, thinking if she understood the situation better, she'd be more supportive. So I invited her to Sunday dinner at Mom's house. Big mistake. Mom was having a particularly rough day. She kept asking where Dad was, calling me Richard, my father's name, and getting frustrated with simple tasks. When we arrived, she'd been trying to fold laundry for what looked like hours, and the living room was covered with unfolded clothes and her tears. "Hey, Mom," I said gently, sitting beside her on the couch. "How about I help with this?" "I can't remember how," she whispered, and the defeat in her voice broke my heart. "I've been folding laundry for 40 years, and I can't remember how." I took her hands. "That's okay. We'll do it together." For the next 2 hours, I walked her through everything step by step, showed her how to fold a towel, helped her to the bathroom when she got confused about where it was, cut up her dinner when her coordination started failing. When she got agitated about Dad not being home, I sat and read her favorite book, Love You Forever, until she calmed down. Brittany was quiet through all of this, just sitting in the corner scrolling her phone. I thought she was finally seeing what we were dealing with, maybe gaining some understanding. I was so wrong. That night, she posted a TikTok that destroyed my life. The video was a compilation of clips she'd secretly filmed throughout the day. Me helping mom to the bathroom. Me patiently explaining what day it was for the third time. Me cutting up her food. Me reading that children's book in a gentle voice. Me refolding the laundry she'd messed up. The caption read, POV, your boyfriend cares more about his mommy than you skull #mamasbot #pathetic #red flags. She'd used trending audio about icks and turn-offs, with my face clearly visible in every clip. Within hours, it had thousands of views. By morning, it was viral. I found out from my partner Marcus, who showed me during our shift the next day. Dude, he said carefully, people at the hospital are talking about this video. Is this you? I watched my most vulnerable moments with my sick mother turn into internet comedy. The comments were brutal. Mama's boy alert, triangular flag, triangular flag, triangular flag. Run girl. He'll never prioritize you. This is actually concerning behavior. Imagine competing with his MOM for attention. But the worst part wasn't the strangers mocking me. It was seeing my mother's dignity violated. Her confusion, her tears, her struggles, all filmed secretly and broadcast for entertainment. I drove straight to Brittany's apartment. You filmed my mother, I said when she opened the door. I was shaking, trying to keep my voice level. You filmed her when she was confused and scared. I filmed you acting like a nurse instead of a boyfriend, she shot back. Do you know how embarrassing it is to tell people my boyfriend spends weekends babysitting? Babysitting. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. She has Alzheimer's, Brittany. She's losing her memory. And that's sad, but it's not my problem. You're 28, not 58. This isn't normal, Jake. Normal guys don't spend their Sundays feeding their mommy like she's a baby. You're right, I said quietly. It's not normal. Most people wouldn't film someone's medical crisis for TikTok clout. Oh please, don't be so dramatic. It's just social media. Just social media? I pulled out my phone, showing her the comments. These are real people making fun of a woman with dementia. You posted her worst moments for the world to see. She shrugged. Maybe if you acted like a man instead of a nursemaid, there wouldn't be anything to post. That's when I knew we were done. Not just the relationship. I was done with her entirely. Okay, I said. Okay, what? Okay, we're done here. I walked away and never spoke to her again. I blocked her on everything, phone, social media, email. I didn't argue, didn't try to get her to take down the videos, didn't defend myself. I just disappeared from her world completely. But the internet had other plans. Within 48 hours, the video had been reshared across platforms. But something interesting started happening. Healthcare workers began recognizing the situation and flooding the comments with outrage. This is elder abuse. Filming someone with dementia without consent. As a nurse, this makes me sick. This man is providing compassionate care. Imagine shaming someone for taking care of their sick parent. Alzheimer's advocacy groups picked up the story. Local news ran a segment about influencer shames EMT caring for mother with dementia without mentioning names, but everyone knew. Brittany tried calling me as the backlash grew. Jake, people are being really mean in the comments. Can you tell them to stop? I'd already blocked her number. She tried texting from different phones. This is getting out of hand. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I never responded. The karma was swift and brutal. Her boutique fired her within a week. The owner posted on their Instagram, "We've terminated an employee whose recent social media activity goes against everything we stand for as a business supporting families in our community." Brands that had been considering partnerships dropped her completely. Her follower count plummeted as people mass unfollowed. She got doxxed and harassed, experiencing the viral mob she'd helped create. Her own friends started distancing themselves when they realized the backlash was real. Even worse, her family saw the videos. Through mutual acquaintances, I heard her mom was mortified, and her grandmother, who'd been in a nursing home for years, was especially upset that Brittany would mock someone caring for an elderly parent. Meanwhile, something beautiful was happening in my life. My EMT colleagues and supervisors saw the videos, but instead of judging me, they rallied around me. The hospital system where I work offered resources for caregiver support. I got connected with support groups for people caring for parents with Alzheimer's. That's where I met Emma. Emma was a nurse whose father had Parkinson's. She understood the weight of watching a parent disappear piece by piece. She understood the exhaustion, the guilt, the way your entire world reshapes around someone else's needs. Our first date was at a coffee shop between her shift and my visit to Mom's house. When I explained why I couldn't stay long, she didn't roll her eyes or check her phone. "How's your mom doing with the transition to evening care?" she asked. Not, "When will you be free?" or "Can't someone else handle it?" She asked about my mom. 6 months after the video incident, I was promoted to EMT supervisor. Mom's condition had stabilized somewhat with better care routines, and I was dating someone who often came with me to visit her, someone who would sit and do puzzles with Mom or brush her hair when she got agitated. That's when Brittany tried her final desperate play. I was leaving the memory care facility where Mom had recently moved. Her condition had progressed to the point where she needed round-the-clock supervision, when I saw a familiar figure in the parking lot. Brittany looked terrible. Her hair was unwashed, she'd clearly lost weight, and she was wearing clothes I remembered her calling basic back when we dated. "Jake, please. I need to talk to you." I kept walking toward my car. "Jake, stop. I know you can hear me." I turned around, not because I wanted to talk, but because I didn't want to cause a scene outside the facility where my mother lived. "I've been trying to reach you for months," she said, tears starting. "I need you to know how sorry I am." I said nothing. I was young and stupid. I didn't understand how serious it was with your mom. I thought she was just, I don't know, being dramatic or something. "You filmed her," I said quietly. "You filmed her during the worst moments of her life and posted them for strangers to laugh at." I know, and I'm so sorry. I've lost everything, Jake. My job, my friends, my reputation. I can't even get hired at McDonald's because that video shows up when they Google me." Okay. She looked confused. "That's it. I'm telling you I've lost everything. I heard you. I've been living with my parents for 4 months. My mom won't even look at me. My grandmother won't take my calls. Everyone thinks I'm this horrible person." I glanced back toward the facility where Emma was probably helping Mom with her evening medication routine. "Are you?" I asked. "Am I what?" "A horrible person." Brittany's face crumpled. "I know. I made a mistake. One mistake, and my whole life is ruined." "It wasn't a mistake," I said. "You didn't accidentally film my mother. You didn't accidentally post it. You didn't accidentally write that caption mocking her condition. You made a series of choices. But we were good together before all this," she pressed. "You know we were. We could be good again. I understand now what your mom means to you." "We were never good together," I said, and I meant it. "I just didn't realize how bad you were until you showed me." She reached for my arm, and I stepped back. "Please, Jake. I'll do anything. I'll take care of your mom with you. I'll learn how to help. I'll make it up to both of you." "My mom doesn't remember you," I said. "She doesn't remember most people anymore. But even if she did, I would never let you near her again. So that's it. You're just going to let me suffer forever for one stupid video. I'm not letting you do anything. I don't think about you at all." That was the truth. In the months since I'd blocked her, she'd become completely irrelevant to my life. I'd built something better, a career I was proud of, a relationship with someone who shared my values, a support system that understood what I was going through. Brittany started crying harder. "I see your posts sometimes, through friends' accounts. You look happy." "I am. With that nurse girl. Her name is Emma. And yes. Does she know about us? Does she know what you were like before? She knows I was with someone who didn't understand what love looks like," I said. "She knows I wasted 8 months with someone who thought compassion was weakness." I started walking toward my car again. "Jake, wait." I turned back one last time. "Brittany, I need you to understand something. What you did wasn't about social media, or being young, or making a mistake. You saw someone you claimed to love taking care of the most important person in his life, and your instinct was to mock it. That's who you are. People can change. Maybe. But I'll never know, because I'm never going to see you again." I got in my car and drove away. In my rearview mirror, I could see her standing in the parking lot, still crying. That was 6 months ago. I haven't heard from her since. Emma and I got engaged last month. She proposed to me, actually, on a Sunday afternoon while we were visiting Mom. Even though Mom doesn't always recognize us anymore, she smiled when she saw the ring and said Emma was lovely. "We're planning a small wedding next spring. Tom is flying in from Seattle to be my best man. Mom might not understand what's happening, but she'll be there, and Emma insists on getting her a special dress for the occasion. Sometimes I think about that video and how it ended up being the best thing that ever happened to me. If Brittany hadn't shown me exactly who she was, I might have wasted years trying to build a life with someone who saw love as a competition instead of a choice. Emma doesn't just tolerate my commitment to Mom, she admires it. She brings flowers to our visits, helps Mom with her puzzles, and holds my hand during the hard moments when Mom forgets who I am entirely. Last week, one of the nurses at Mom's facility pulled me aside. "Your fiancé is special," she said. "We see a lot of family dynamics here, and most people struggle with the reality of this disease. But Emma treats your mother like she's precious. That's the difference." Brittany saw my love for my mother as an obstacle to overcome. Emma sees it as proof of who I am. Someone who keeps his promises, who shows up when things get hard, who understands that love isn't just a feeling, it's a commitment. As for Brittany, I heard through the grapevine that she eventually got some kind of job at a call center in another city. The video still follows her around. It's permanently attached to her name online. She deleted all her social media accounts, but screenshots live forever. I don't feel sorry for her. She made a choice to humiliate someone with a devastating illness, and she has to live with the consequences. The internet has a long memory for cruelty, especially when it's directed at the vulnerable. But I also don't think about her anymore. She's a cautionary tale from my past, a reminder of what happens when you confuse attention with love, likes with validation, and cruelty with content. Mom's condition is progressing. She has good days and bad days, and the good days are getting rarer. But she's surrounded by people who see her dignity even when she can't see it herself. Emma reads to her when I'm at work. The staff at her facility treats her with respect and kindness. Her world is small now, but it's filled with love. And I've learned that the people worth keeping in your life are the ones who don't see your love for others as competition. They see it as proof of your capacity to love them too. If you're reading this and you're caring for someone with Alzheimer's or any other condition that demands everything you have, know that the right person will never ask you to choose between them and your family. The right person will show up with you, not compete with your commitments. And if someone in your life treats your compassion as weakness, films your vulnerability for entertainment, or mocks your dedication to the people who need you most, let them walk away. Don't chase them. Don't defend yourself. Don't try to change their mind. Just let them go and trust that something better is coming. Because it is. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.